How's it going, y'all? It's Carl here, and I've got a video today. I was going through my YouTube, watching videos, checking out some new guys, and realized that it's been quite a while since I made a video, coming up on 6 months. So I figured I'd do a little video. Um, there's no particular reason why I haven't been making videos. Just haven't really had the desire or motivation to do it. You know, I enjoy making the videos and all that good stuff, but my life is pretty boring. There's not a lot of content I feel I need to throw up or any information that I can pass on. But recently, a couple things have happened, and I figure maybe I could save somebody some pain putting my experiences out there anyway. So as you can see by the title of this video, no more straight razors for me. Um, if you've watched my videos, you know I've been wet shaving for coming up on 2 years now, doing mostly DE and shavette stuff. I've had some bad luck buying straight razors. Um, and it's just been really frustrating for me. Part of it's on me not doing enough research, having some impulse buys, and not looking around the forums or the Facebooks to figure out who is reputable and who I should buy stuff from. I also tried to buy local and use a local homemeister, um, because it's a good thing to keep money local, in my opinion, and that hasn't gotten me very far either. Bought some stuff off Craigslist, bought some stuff off eBay, and my girlfriend tried to buy me a nice present, and it turned out to be a turd as well. So let's just look at the razors I've bought over the past, I don't know, 6, 8 months, maybe almost a year, since I started playing around with the idea of straight razor shaving. And I'll just go in the order that I bought them in and tell you where I bought it, kind of, if I bought it locally or online or whatever, and the problems I've had with it. Now, all that being said, I've learned my lessons, and I won't buy another straight razor unless I'm buying it from somebody reputable, like a reputable website, where I know that the razors are coming out shave ready from guys who really know what they're doing, or guys who are buying gold dollars or inexpensive razors and honing them up themselves, and they have a good reputation for quality homes, like Whip Dog Anthony, the Stallion Anthony Esposito, and his gold dollars, and a couple others. And in talking with a few guys online, I've had some really generous offers to hone some of these things up for free, which has been really cool. Caleb McCullough in particular has made that offer to me. I just haven't taken advantage of it quite yet. Maybe sometime in the future. But I have obtained a set of stones, and maybe just try and hone them up myself. But anyway, so let's take a look at the razors I bought and the lessons I've learned. So the first razor I bought was this vintage razor called the Artist. I bought this locally off of Craigslist from a guy here in town who sells used razors, does refurbishes, and honing. And so I saw this on Craigslist, and I thought it was really cool. Um, it looked like it was in pretty good condition, and the pictures online were pretty representative. I mean, let's see if we can get in here without much glare. But as you can see, the blade's in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of rust marks on it. The scales aren't too terrible. And so I bought the razor. The razor was relatively inexpensive. I think I gave $20 for it. And he charged me another $20 to hone it up. I thought that was a great deal. $40 for a vintage razor, honed and ready to go, even with an old box, which was kind of cool. And so while I was waiting for him to get this thing honed up, I started shopping online to buy a strop, because you need a strop when you get a straight razor. And once again, not knowing much about strops, I just ordered one off of Amazon that came with a gold $1.66. So the day that he called me and told me my razor was ready, I took him the gold $1.66 and left this with him to hone up. Came home and stropped up my razor, lathered up, and I made a shaving video. You can probably see it. Maybe we'll put the link right there of me shaving with this one. Now, all that being said, maybe my stropping technique dulled the razor, but if you watch the video, it was tuggy from the get-go. Now, is it his honing skill or was it my stropping skill? I don't know, but needless to say, the razor is no longer a solid shaver. Never was, in my opinion. Tugged from the get-go. And like I said, it could be me, could be him. But I feel like I got taken for 20 bucks on a home job for that. So, let me back up a little bit. I picked up the other gold dollar before I had a chance to shave with that razor. So I wasn't really inclined to take it back to him and complain. I was just kind of done with it. But anyway, so when that one didn't give me a great shave, I got the gold dollar out, stropped it up, and tried to shave with it. And there's probably a video of this online too. Once again, very tuggy. Once again, could be me, could be the honing. In those two particular cases, two common denominators: my stropping technique and the guy's honing. So who knows? Once again, it's a razor that I can't shave with. The next one that I bought, I ordered from Amazon from a pretty big name company, and I'm not really inclined to say what the name of the company it was, but they were selling the gold dollar. What model is this? 208s. They were selling the gold dollar 208s, advertised as brand new and shave ready, honed by someone in the shop before they were sent out. I think the going price was about $40 or so, 40, 45 bucks, somewhere around there. Once again, I didn't do my research. I didn't know these things were super cheap. But I figured a brand new razor honed, ready to go. There it is. Got it home. Didn't strop this one. Tried to shave with it. Tuggy from the get-go. Once again, my bad, I guess. But needless to say, tuggy from the get-go. I have a razor that I can't reliably shave with. The next razor I picked up was something I picked up off of Craigslist. Didn't have much high hopes for it anyway, because it was a no-name razor. It's just this little silver jobber. No real name to it. The blade's in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of staining, but overall it's nice, or at least looks nice. But there's no information about this. I'm assuming this is probably some Chinese, Pakistani steel straight razor. The guy I bought it off of threw it in with a strop that I had purchased. There's a strop set, leather and linen, for 20 bucks. It's a good strop. Nice quality. It was in good shape. The strop itself was 20 bucks. The razor was basically free. Not really upset that this doesn't shave. Didn't really expect it to be. He took it to a knife sharpener to get it sharpened. Tried to use it once or twice. He didn't like it. Wasn't sharp enough. I haven't really messed with it. Never really tried to shave with it, but it's a non-shavable razor. It may even be not sharpenable, or not honable, I should say. So a little time went on. I started shaving with shavettes. Kind of gave up on the whole straight razor thing. And I was happy using shavettes and DE razors. But kind of got a wild hair and decided I have 3 or 4 razors that need honing. I'm going to order some stones and hone them up myself. So I started looking at stones, and which eventually led me to buying razors. And being somewhat impulsive as I am sometimes, I started looking at eBay because, hey, I need to buy some cheap razors or a cheap razor. see if I can hone it up. I need some stuff to hone, some stuff to practice on, something I didn't spend a lot of money on in case I stink at honing. And that's when I found this little razor. This is a French razor. It is SGCO is the stamp on the tag. And I really can't complain too much about this razor because I think I gave $3 plus $5 shipping. So $8 for this razor, sent from France. All the postmarking was French. And in the description, the guy said there was some homeware on it. So I expected the blade not to be super fantastic. That being said, the pictures online weren't really great. You couldn't get a good look at the blade. But I knew I was taking a chance on it. And for $8, not a big deal. So it arrived pretty quickly, surprisingly, from France. I opened the envelope and took a look at my new razor. And like I said, I expected it to be a little beat up. And this is what I got. See if we can see it here. There's quite a bit of homeware on the spine. I don't know if we can focus that in. And it's pretty uneven. And you can see on the blade end as well, there's quite a bit of uneven homeware. There we go. But the blade's in good shape. It's not rusty. You know, it's got the homeware on it. I'll try. I knew what I was getting with this one, so I can't really complain. Is it worth the $8 I spent? I don't know. I'll try and hone it up and see. But it's another $8 down the drain on the razor that, as of right now, I can't shave with, and I may not be able to shave with. And the last one, and probably most disappointing one in my straight razor collection, was something that I had run across online, and I wasn't quite ready to give the money for it, but I showed it to my girlfriend, and she was nice enough to gift it for me. And the idea of the razor itself is really cool. It's a Russian razor. Let's see if you can see that. It says Paketa, which means rocket in Russian. And this, she ordered this from Etsy, and I think she gave $25 or $30 for it. And I just thought it would be cool to have like a Cold War era. I think it was advertised as somewhere in the 50s to 60s, maybe 1970s manufacturer for this razor. And I thought it would be cool to have something Cold War era. Whether I used it or not, I don't know, but I just thought it would be neat to have something kind of historic like that. And it came with the box, and the box, as you can see, is in really good shape. And the picture of the razor was really good. The blade looked flawless. There was no rust on it. You know, no pitting. The homeware looked really good. There were quite a few pictures that gave the impression that you were getting a good razor for $25. And like I said, just the idea of a Cold War era razor was cool to me. So after close to a month, I think it finally arrived, and opened the box, and this is what we got initially. Yeah, some discoloration on the scales. They're kind of rough, but it's got like the little Russian rocket there. You know, so that's pretty cool. Initially, upon opening it, I thought it was not a bad deal, just from the condition of the scales. And you know, the logo was intact and everything. And then I flipped out the blade. And this is what I found. Rusted out tip, chips in the blade, way over honed. There's the backside, just as ugly, probably actually even worse. So even if I thought I could ship this off to somebody to have it reground and chopped down, probably not going to be worth the money. You know, because I've seen some restorations online that, like Maggard and some other places, where they'll chop off the rusty parts and it'll just become kind of its own thing. That's a possibility for this razor. But the disappointing fact was, or the most disappointing thing about it is this is not a representation of what was in the picture. Um, and I understand that when you're buying a razor or anything online, sometimes you don't always get the best looking pictures. It's hard to tell exactly what you're getting. But this is the exact opposite of what the picture showed. The blade and the razor in the picture were near flawless, and this is by far from that. So, another little bit of money down the drain. And, could we send it back to the guy or give him a bad review or whatever? Probably, but I don't know. I don't have that much energy about it, or I'm not, it's just not worth it to me. The guy got me. He got my girlfriend, he got us. It's a shame, but my lessons are learned. And if you PM me, I'll send you his Etsy site, and that way you can avoid it. Or just be careful when you're buying Russian razors off of some guy on Etsy. But there you go. So, yeah. So I got about 6 razors. May or may not. Well, one is definitely not usable, and probably 2, 3 that will be usable eventually if I can get them honed and do that. And that's not a bad deal. Like I said, some of the guys online in the forums have offered to hone them up. It's just a matter of me getting off my ass and shipping them off, or deciding to try it myself. These 2, they are what they are. Hone practice. I'll probably practice on this one, see if I can't sharpen it up. I don't know what kind of steel it is. It may or may not work, but we'll give it a try. All that being said, I don't know. There's a lot of rambling, but I've learned my lessons. Be cautious when you're buying online or on Craigslist, and only buy from people that you know are good. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and you guys are probably sitting there shaking your head going, what a dope, he didn't learn after 5 razors. But hey, some of us are a little harder headed than others, or maybe a little more trusting. Take your pick. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm kind of scruffy. I'm probably gonna clean up and go do a shave. I may even video it. I've got to go to work tomorrow. But anyway, hope you'll have a good night. Leave me your comments, your stories of woe. Tell me what a knucklehead I am for not learning my lesson sooner. Whatever you want to do. Hope you'll have a good night, and God bless.